नमस्कार साथियों, मैं डॉक्टर सुशील दुबे। किसी भी एक्यूट डिजीज़ को अगर सॉल्व करना है, अब उस डिजीज़ का नाम चाहे कोई भी हो, अगर आपको किसी भी एक्यूट डिजीज़ को सॉल्व करना है तो उसका सबसे बढ़िया गाइडेंस हमको मिलता है एफोरिज्म नंबर 5 में। नाउ लेट अस सी व्हाट दिस एफोरिज्म नंबर 5 सेज। In aphorism number 5, Dr. Hahnemann writes, useful to the physician in assisting him to cure are the particulars of the most probable exciting cause of the acute disease। क्या लिखा है उन्होंने? यूजफुल टू द फिजिशियन, यानी जो हमारे लिए यानी फिजिशियंस के लिए जो हेल्पफुल है इन असिस्टिंग हिम टू क्योर, जो हमको हेल्प करेगा क्योर करने के लिए, आर द पर्टिकुलर्स। पर्टिकुलर्स का मतलब होता है डिटेल्स। आर द पर्टिकुलर्स ऑफ द मोस्ट प्रोबेबल एक्साइटिंग कॉज ऑफ द एक्यूट डिजीज। तो मोस्ट प्रोबेबल एक्साइटिंग कॉज ऑफ द एक्यूट डिजीज, तो जब भी कोई एक्यूट डिजीज अगर हमको सॉल्व करना हो तो वहां पर हमको एक्साइटिंग कॉज के ऊपर हमको फोकस करना होता है। लेकिन कुछ ऐसे केसेस होते हैं जहां पर ये एक्साइटिंग कॉज हमको देखने में नहीं मिलता। देर आर केसेस व्हेन दीज एक्साइटिंग causes cannot be explored. So to summarize this aphorism number 5, acute case we need details of most probable exciting cause, and in chronic case we need the significant history or significant points in the whole history of the chronic disease. So in chronic cases you will be inquiring everything, whereas in acute case you just need to focus on the present symptomatology and what was the exciting cause that brought this complaint. So acute case, exciting cause, and chronic case, complete case history. So as I said, there are conditions when we cannot explore what are the exciting causes. What should we do in those cases? Let us refer aphorism number 7. Hahnemann says in aphorism number 7, now as in a disease from which no manifest exciting or maintaining cause, that is causa occasionalis, has to be removed, we can perceive nothing but the morbid symptoms. तो जहां पर ये एक्साइटिंग कॉज और मेंटेनिंग कॉज नहीं मिलेंगे वहां पर एटलीस्ट हम कम से कम ये जो मॉर्बिड सिम्टम्स होंगे वो तो हमको मिलेंगे ही मिलेंगे। सो now as in a disease from which no manifest exciting or maintaining cause, we can perceive nothing but the morbid symptoms, and it must be the symptoms alone by which the disease demands and points to the remedy suited to relieve it. It is the symptoms alone by which disease demands. So we need to focus only on the symptoms. We need not stop, we need not cease our action because exciting cause has not been found, because the maintaining cause has not been explored. So if we do not get maintaining cause or exciting cause in the case history, let us focus only on the symptoms that are available. To put this point in a clear way, I would like to present a case of 2-year-old boy. Now he was a 2-year-old boy brought to the clinic by his mother with complaints of difficulty in breathing and fever since 3 days. Upon inquiry, no other details were mentioned by mother. No exciting cause could be elaborated from the history. No details of stages of fever, succession of stages of fever, time of appearance of fever, any change or deviation in his thirst or appetite could not be explored well due to lack of details provided by mother. Now, whenever I take a case of fever, I usually try to find out what are the stages of fever, how these stages of fever they begin and they go, what is the succession of stages of fever, what is the time of appearance. These are my favorite questions to be asked whenever there is a case of fever. Now any of these details were not available, but only we could see is his uneasiness. The boy was very uneasy, very irritable. All attempts to make him quiet by his mother and elder sister was a failure. Now they were trying very hard, I was trying very hard to calm him down, to soothe him down, but he was very irritable. He was not at all not at all made quiet by any one of us. Temperature was normal at the time of presentation since he had been given crocin syrup before coming to the clinic. Now observe the reaction of the baby. This is a short video that will give you how uneasiness the boy was feeling. क्या बोल रहा है? मेरे को हाथ के लगा। घर पे जाने का है? घर पे क्या रखा है? क्या खा के आया? पूछो भैया को, बोल क्या खाया? बोल क्या खाया? मैगी खाया? क्या बोल रहा है? मेरे को हाथ के लगा। घर पे जाने का है? घर पे क्या रखा है? क्या खा के आया? पूछो भैया को, बोल क्या खाया? बोल क्या खाया? मैगी खाया? Now observe this second video. अरे घर पे चले जाना, पहले चेक करो। चेक करो, चेक आप बाहर जा रही हो क्या? घर जा रही हो क्या? वो घर जा रही है? घर जाना है? चल 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 चल। इसकी चप्पल क्या है? इसी जूता का है? जूता जूता का है? ला जूता अंकल का जूता है। नो मत नो। बस बस हो गया हो गया हो गया हो गया। Now he was ordered investigations for CRP, CBC and X-ray chest. What was the finding was CRP was raised, it was 32.5, which should be below 6. It should be actually 0. So CRP was found to be elevated. Hemoglobin was extremely low, 5.6. Lymphocytes were 44. And X-ray chest PA showed bilateral bronchopneumonia. Now this was the investigations that were carried out. Now this is an X-ray chest report which shows there are changes of bronchopneumonia are seen in both the lungs. And what was our observation? You all must have seen the baby was very irritable. He has fever. He has difficult respiration. We had diagnosed him of having pneumonia, which was later on confirmed by X-ray chest report. Now he is irritable. He has aversion to be touched. Every attempt to make him quiet has gone in vain. It was unsuccessful efforts. Now what was the rubrics and what was the rubrics that we could find out in this very small session of case taking was he has aversion to be touched. So we took the rubric mind touched aversion to be children in. Second rubric was, that was our clinical finding, chest inflammation lungs children in, that is pneumonia in children, which was later on confirmed by the X-ray report. So there were our two rubrics: mind touched aversion to be children in, chest inflammation lungs children in. Now we had also seen that he has difficult respiration, so we took this rubric respiration difficult children in. And we could see that he could not be quieted down, he could not be made quiet, he was absolutely uneasy and very irritable. So we took this rubric mind quieted cannot be and mind irritability fever during. We can see there is chamomilla and antimtart, these remedies running competing with each other, but chamomilla has this disposition of being irritable, being not be quieted by anyone. So chamomilla 0/1 every 30 minutes after 10 strokes was prescribed. Now let us see. Observe the reaction of the baby 8 hours after chamomilla. There is cough, but the irritability has gone, the uneasiness has gone. Now observe the reaction of the baby 24 hours after chamomilla. We can see that there is change in the disposition. Baby smiling, playful, uneasiness was gone, irritability was gone. Follow up HRCT chest after 2 days. It was advised the day after X-ray test had come, bronchopneumonia was shown, but they could not do it because the baby was not allowing it. So, what was the finding in HRCT chest was no significant abnormality was detected. Just 2 days earlier, there was bilateral bronchopneumonia. Just 2 days earlier, there was bilateral bronchopneumonia, and after 2 days, HRCT thorax, HRCT chest shows no significant abnormality detected. That is how the homeopathy works. That is the speed of homeopathy. So this was the case that I wanted to discuss with you all. I hope this would have given you some insights into the case. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section below. Thank you. Dhanyavad. Shukriya.